Welcome back, everybody, to Strategy Now here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick from the Cusick Group. Securities offered by MoneyBlock. Let's take a look at what's going on here at the midday session. We continue to see that the stock market is trading modestly lower. When I say that, I mean in terms of the S&P 500. Taking a look at the S&P 500 D's futures, they're trading at 22.05 and a quarter, even down about 6 1/4 or almost 0.3%. You have the Nasdaq though bouncing back, rebounded off of its lows this morning, up basically 0.2%, about 1 point at 48.6950. And we're taking a look at the Russell 2000. Russell 2000 has been impressive all month, but is down about 0.9%. Now, again, like I said, these small cap domestically centric stocks, it's been up 12% so far this month alone post-election. Taking a look at some of the sectors that are getting a little bit more, I guess, a little more activity, the offensive sectors that I like to keep an eye on and that I'll use to diversify as far as my portfolio construction is concerned. First one you want to look at is financials. You can look at an ETF like KBE and then break down the independent holdings in that ETF, but that's down about 0.9%. You're also seeing consumer discretionary, as we noted in our earlier segments today, both in the overnight action as well as what's hot now on the opening bell. We talked about XLY. It is down about 0.7% because of the Thanksgiving holiday sales that have been happening, as well as today being Cyber Monday. You see that XLY and that sector are down about 0.7%. You also have healthcare. Healthcare is one of those segments that you want to keep an eye on, especially as we get further down the road of policy statements that are going to be coming out from the Trump office. And XLY would be a great starting point to see what's going on with that sector, as well as what's going on with some large cap healthcare names. That sector right now is down about 0.6% today, and that's where the weaknesses is coming in the market. That's what's weighing on the S&P 500. But you're seeing on the flip side, though, there's a little bit of a safety trade cleaning up after some of these stocks that have been getting beaten up over the last couple of weeks, most notably utilities. Take a look at XLU. That's a great ETF that basically takes all of those utility names, puts it into one trading vehicle. It's up about 1.9% today. And also telecom services. Take a look at an ETF like IYZ. It's up about 0.9%. They're outperforming really well today. And as I had noted, the financial space, it's been having a little bit of a rough session, down 0.9%. Again, look at KBE, or you could look at XLF as the two ETFs. But with the financials up well over 12% this month, it could be just some profit taking. It also could be the fact that traders are looking at the yield curve, in other words, looking at the bonds and seeing that the yield curve has actually started to pull back. You're seeing that also peers like Wells Fargo that are stocks that are in the KBE and in the XLF ETFs that track the financials. It's actually trading lower today by about 84 cents at 51.77. That was because of a downgrade that we saw across tape this morning before the open. They went to a hold from a buy at Jefferies. Also, with the retail names now under the microscope with the Black Friday, Cyber Mondays, keep an eye on the ETFs that I had mentioned, the XLY, the XRTs of the world. That's going to give us an indication of how the general sector is doing going into this holiday season. Now that we're post the Thanksgiving sales events, we're going to get into the Christmas season. We're going to see names like Nordstrom's, JWM. Their JWN is trading at 56.45, down about $1.39. It's basically down about 2.4%, up over 8% for the month of November, but it's had mixed earnings results. And when you look at some of its other higher end peers, that has the stock on the skids right now. We're also looking at Nike, Dow Component, NKE is the ticker symbol, trading at right around 50.89. Looks like there's going to be there's some trimming there by some investors and traders. It's down about 1.2% or down 63 cents. And that's been weighing not only on the S&Ps and the retail sector, but also the Dow Jones. Some notable names that you want to keep an eye on in the healthcare sector. First and foremost, look at the ETF IBB. That's the biotech ETF. That's been very volatile, down about 292 today at 281.53. We're also seeing large cap drug maker Eli Lilly, ticker symbol LLY, down about $1.57 at 67.55. Just basically following the pressure that's being seen in the biotech segment. Also, you saw that it was removed from the Bank of America's outperformance list. And so it has been kind of taken out to the woodshed today, and we're going to watch how that transpires going into the close. As I said, technology has been in the green, has been the light right now, the silver lining. Currently, right now, you're seeing large cap tech names like Google rising about $12.21 to $773.89. That's about up 1.6%. Now, Google is coming off of its worst levels. It was been down about 1.4% for the month of November. So this is this 1.6% rise right now in Google is a positive and has been a catalyst for the tech sector. Treasuries, the prices continue to remain higher, which means that the yields are coming down. The 2-year note is flat at 1.11%, while the yield on the 10-year is coming in 4 basis points lower at 2.32%. Now, one other notable sector that we're going to keep an eye on, and we're going to be very careful about this one, is the oil index. And like USO is an ETF that you could look at. And looking at the crude futures, they've been all over the map. As a matter of fact, they're trading higher by about 2.3% at 47.13, up about $1.07. We continue to get mixed headlines out of the OPEC meeting that is happening right now. These are those Middle East nations. They're trying to come up with some sort of agreement to cap production. You had Saudi Arabia that said that they were not participating last week. That got oil as low as 45, even below that $45 level. Then over the weekend, you had the Iranians, the Iraqis, all saying that they were going to get to some agreement that they were back at the table. At this juncture, not going to believe anything until I hear or see something very solid, something very specific that comes out of the meeting. It's anticipated that that meeting will wrap up on November 30th, Wednesday. We'll have to wait and see. But for those of you that are in oil or looking to be in oil, it's going to be a very volatile trade. I would trade that very small. Keep your powder dry in there. And as always, manage your risk accordingly. All right, that's it right now for Strategy Now. We're going to be talking Tech Talk. We still have a few notable names out as far as earnings. We'll also just take a look at the general market. We'll take a look at the crude markets. We'll look at the fixed income markets, commodity markets, and so on. See what's going on, see what the charts are telling us and the options are telling us about what's happened in the price action in the past and what they're forecasting to happen potentially in the future. So till then, keep joining us here at MarketStream.live, and I'll see you this afternoon at 3:30 Eastern time for Tech Talk, and then 4:30 Eastern for the closing bell. Till then, have a great trading day.